This podcast is a work of fiction. Any characters, events, or scenarios described are entirely the product of the creator's imagination and are not based on real people, places, or events. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or deceased, or events is purely coincidental.
Good morning, listeners, and welcome to today's episode on Doors of Diplomacy. I'm Lal, and we have a fascinating program lined up about Model United Nations, or MUN, where students from around the world simulate the United Nations. Joining us today are two special guests who are experts in the world of MUN. First, we have Marte, a seasoned MUN participant and organizer who has worked on conferences both in the US and internationally. Welcome, Marte.
Thank you, Lal. I'm thrilled to be here.
We are also joined by Destina, a high school teacher and MUN advisor with over a decade of experience leading students to these conferences. Welcome, Destina.
Thank you, Lal. It's a pleasure to be here.
To start, let's dive into what Model MUN is all about. Marta, could you explain what happens at a typical MUN conference?
Absolutely. At a Model UN conference, students take on the roles of diplomats representing different countries. They're placed in committees like the General Assembly or the Security Council and debate real-world issues, things like climate change, international security, or global health. They draft resolutions, negotiate with other countries, and work towards solutions, all while following UN protocol.
It sounds like an amazing learning experience. Destina, from your perspective as an advisor, how do students benefit from participating in MUN?
The benefits are incredible. Students develop public speaking, critical thinking, and negotiation skills. They learn to approach issues from different perspectives and to work with others toward consensus. It's not just about knowing global issues. It's about learning how to communicate and collaborate effectively, which is valuable in any field.
Let's talk about some of the exciting aspects. Marta, do you have a memorable moment from a conference that you'd like to share?
One that stands out was during a Security Council debate on humanitarian aid. A student representing a smaller nation gave a compelling speech that completely shifted the committee's stance. It was impressive to see a young person take control of the room and influence policy direction. It showed how a powerful, well-placed argument can be.
That's amazing. And these experiences can lead to lifelong skills and friendships too. Now I understand we have some questions from our audience. Let's take our first caller.
Hi, I'm Hans. My question is, what advice would you give to someone attending their first MUN conference?
Great question, Hans. My advice is to do your research. Know your country's position on the issues being discussed and be prepared to defend it. And don't be afraid to speak up. Everyone is there to learn, so dive in and participate as much as you can.
Excellent advice, Destina. And remember, listeners, preparation really helps boost confidence.
Hello, this is Azra. How are global issues chosen for discussion at MUN conferences?
Hi, Azra. That's a fantastic question. Topics are usually chosen based on relevance to current international affairs. Organizers often look at what's being discussed at the actual UN, like peacekeeping, trade agreements, or sustainability. The goal is to give students a chance to tackle real-world challenges.
Thank you, Marta. It must be inspiring for students to feel like they're addressing the same issues that real diplomats and leaders are working on. Any more tips for inspiring MUN participants?
Be curious and open-minded. You might be representing a country with a viewpoint different from your own, but that's part of the learning experience. Embrace it.
Yes, and remember to enjoy the process. MUN is about learning and growth, so take every opportunity to engage and learn from others. Now, we will connect to the next caller.
Hello, I'm Ying. How do you deal with disagreements in a Model UN committee?
Great question, Ying. Disagreements are common and handling them diplomatically is key. Delegates should focus on listening to each other's perspectives and finding areas of compromise. Sometimes drafting a resolution with several clauses can allow everyone to agree on at least one part of the solution. The emphasis is on collaboration, even when opinions differ.
Hi, this is Vladimir. I'm wondering, how important is public speaking in MUN?
Good question, Vladimir. Public speaking is quite important in MUN, since you'll often need to present your country's stance and negotiate with others. That said, it's a skill you can build over time, and many students gain confidence as they go. If you're nervous, remember that everyone starts somewhere, and each conference is a chance to improve.
Can you tell us how Model UN is different from debate?
Good question, Kaira. While both Model UN debates involve presenting arguments, MUN is more collaborative. In MUN, you work towards resolution through negotiation rather than winning an argument. You're not just defending a point, but representing a country's interests and building consensus, which is very similar to real-world diplomacy.
Hi, I'm Kate. What if I don't know much about my assigned country? How should I prepare?
That's a common concern, Kate. Start by researching your country's main policies, allies, and recent news. Look at past UN resolutions to understand how your country generally votes. It's also helpful to read about the specific issues being discussed in your committee. Even basic research will help you feel more confident.
Hello, Lal. Jabbar here. Can you tell us if colleges look at MUN experience on applications?
Absolutely, Jabbar. Colleges often value MUN experience because it demonstrates skills in public speaking, problem solving, and leadership. Plus, it shows that you're interested in global issues and can work well in teams, which are qualities that many schools seek in applicants.
Hello, this is Duru. Is there a specific dress code for MUN conferences?
Good question, Duru. Yes, most MUN conferences have a formal dress code to reflect the professional atmosphere of the United Nations. This usually means business attire, suits, or blazers for everyone. It's a part of the experience, helping participants feel like real diplomats.
Thank you both for sharing your insights, and thank you to our listeners for tuning into the Doors of Diplomacy. We hope today's episode inspires you to explore MUN and consider getting involved. This is Lal signing off. Until next time, keep those global conversations going.